Hello, hello, hello. This is Ross Vertel. I am faithful reader on the forums, and I'm call. Sorry. Um, so I'm here today with a new set where no one has gone before. Its spoilers are starting today, and they will come out on the 20th, which is a week from today, is when the set will be out, where no one has gone before. Um, so what I'll generally be doing is as I drive home, I will be telling you my thoughts on the cards from the set. Obviously, I'm not driving. It became pretty clear that I needed to be at my computer. I needed to look at these cards. I needed to be able to form a comprehensive thought. Not that I will form a comprehensive thought, not that I will be able to give you some really inside information, but I'm just trying to bring in the discussion that's going on. Um, the articles today, sorry, the cards today came with an article explaining the set. Designer Lucas Thompson did a really good job walking us through some of the cards. I'll be looking through them individually. We'll see what we can do with them. There'll be notes in the description. Also, if this is anything like my last version, some of the people might be chiming in for previous episodes with comments. Feel free to do so. If I am wrong, I am more than happy to do a mea culpa. It is all right to call me out when I am wrong. Please call me out when I'm wrong. It's all right to say that I don't know anything. It is perfectly all right. Trust me, I will not be offended. Just trying to get the good word out there on the set. There was some word about this set coming out so close to the heels of the last one. It's been like 6 or so weeks. And not that that isn't valid, but there's just not a whole lot of overlap between the set that we have now and Realm of Fear. So if you like Realm of Fear, thank you very much. You can still play with it. If you like this set, thank you very much. You'll have fun playing with it. There's things to look at. So without further ado, let me wish that I had this a little more prepared before going live, but I didn't. So that's me. Uh, so we've got 6 cards today, and I'm going to start out with the dilemma of telepathology. So telepathy is one of the big themes of this set. And telepathy is also a really good skill for you to track. It's not a lot of personnel, so you either have a lot of it or you don't. Lucas had a lot of it in his article today. Um, this card, this dilemma, uses your own deck against you. So you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and you're looking for the skills on the personnel revealed in this way. So you need those skills. Well, maybe you'll get lucky and you won't get 5 personnel, but you know how important personnel are in this game. Um, so maybe you also have a good skill overlap that will also save you with this. And note that for the if you don't have the skills revealed this way, two diplomacy, 2 medical are not too hard to come by. Telepathy is a little harder to come by. Per what Lucas said in his article, we will be getting more telepaths, including at least 1 9 unique one. So yeah, you've got that to look forward to. So you might want to put a few more in your deck. I'm just saying, because randomly selecting 3 personnel to be stopped will probably stop you unless it's an early mission attempt. And you also discard each event and interrupt. That is not good, especially if you don't have means of getting them back. That is not good, especially if they're your only copy in the deck. That is not good. Very strong dilemma. I imagine this will have people crying figuratively, if not telepathically, or figuratively, literally. You know what I mean? I don't have a good memory. Moving on to the next personnel, to the next card, Venoxus. This card could help your opponent. They draw a card, and then they discard a non-ship card from hand randomly. They could get a card that they need. So this can hurt you or it can help you. It's a bit random. You might be able to rig this. Remember, Romulans are good at seeing what cards are on the decks. Another thing I want to point out is this card is a Riemann. So the Riemann deck does become a little more viable. You can't use Riemanns exclusively. You might be able to. I don't know. Feel free to prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong if I am wrong. But he is another Riemann you could use. He's got Staffing Icon. He's from the past. I believe the exobiology is a pretty good skill for them to have, and telepathy, they have that on Viceroy, but Venoxis is non-unique. So the Riemann deck does come a little closer to reality. All right, moving on to the exploring phase. I do like a lot of these cards. Obviously, with Deep Space Nine, their headquarters doesn't get the +2 range to get to the Gamma Quadrant. And with Dax, she can straight up gain a skill from a dilemma. And I've got a feeling if it's a skill on a dilemma, when she gains a skill, you'll probably have what you need to pass that dilemma, at least skills wise. Otherwise, she has a pretty lean selection of skills. She has to be facing a dilemma at a Gamma Quadrant mission. She's got command icon. Note that you could only gain a skill once a turn, and you have to discard a card from hand. So it isn't something you can abuse all that often. The one Dax that I have in contention for this one is this one, Jadzia Dax, Science Officer. When she's facing a dilemma, she can dig deep to gain skills. So, of all the skills in the game, when she's facing a dilemma, she's got 8 of them. And one of them is a straight up double with navigation. She has more skills, she costs more, she costs 4. So, whichever one you want to use, you've got your choice. But in terms of just straight up ability to blast through these dilemmas, this is the Dax that has competition with the Exhilarated Explorer that we've got revealed today. Moving on to Ornithar. He is Ferengi. He's ready to deal. If he looks familiar, it's because he has the same skills, command icon, and attributes of this guy. He's a Dominion affiliated. When you play this personnel, he can straight up give a commodity to an opponent, and he has an attributes for each commodity in their core. So there are reasons to use this one. The Ferengi one is a little bit more of when you lose command of your Ferengi affiliated personnel present at a 9-Alpha Quadrant mission, you can give your commodity to an opponent, and that personnel goes to your Ferenginar, so they're not in the mission attempt. They're still stopped, or whatever. Sorry, you lose command of them, so stopping won't do it, but a kill will lose command of them. Going in an opponent's brig makes you lose command of them. I like that this is using lose command instead of just straight up killed. So you can't use them again that turn. They go to your Ferenginar. By that point, you probably moved your personnel, or maybe you haven't. If you've got another ship and can do things, feel free to use this more than once. It does cost a command that you have to use. So as long as you've got commodities, you could use this as often as you want. And then just go back and pick them up from their Ferenginar. I know that they go on your Ferenginar, not under it. Also, for whatever reason, if you don't have Ferenginar, you can't place him there, so they do everything you can wouldn't really work. So ignore what I said. You'll find that I say that a lot. And that brings us to the final card reveal today and the final theme for the set. Project Snoopy. It's a set you're never going to get, at least not as Project Snoopy. It's just based on simple personnel with star power. If you're familiar with the recent 1E set of Dramatis Personae, they kind of share the same DNA. So here we have Wesley Crusher. He's not a cadet. As an order, you can discard an event from hand to place this personnel and one other personnel present on your planet mission with an event on it. Obviously, you need to have a event-heavy deck to do this. You need to discard an event, and he goes to a mission. He and someone else, he and one lucky guest go to a mission on your planet mission with an event on it. So after you're away, after you try a mission, after you attempt a mission, if he isn't stopped, he can go to another mission and try and attempt there. He's loaded with some great skills to have. He is my key icon. The one thing that I want to mention is this guy, Traveler Lacanta. When he's attempting a mission with an event on it, you can return to his opponent's hand, to your hand, to make him gain +4 attributes and a skill of your choice through the end of that mission attempt. So these two do kind of go hand in hand. I'll stop doing that. I'm sorry. But there are a lot of cards with tricks that you can do with these guys. So yeah, that is all that I have. Lots of fun cards today. And without going too far into things, lots of fun cards in the set. Yeah, enjoy it. That's all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to be getting spoilers for the next week. I might be driving. I might not. Who knows? All right. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully, I will remember to put the list of remans down below. This wasn't much more comprehensive than me driving, but if you know me, that's kind of par for the course. All right. Thank you very much. Take care and have a good day.